And everybody, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Top of the key, Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Randall with the bucket. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Holmgren can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. To the paint. Outside, Dort. Screen by Hartenstein. Inside, 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Randall. Rebound by Williams.
Come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Randall with the ball. And Randall throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Hartenstein. Down low. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Now to the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 9, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
It's stolen by Gobert. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. To the wing right side. Randall outside. Lets the 3 fly. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple. When Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Timberwolves leading by 4. That's to Gobert. Randall down low. Outside, Edwards. Randall outside. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. He makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Conley's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
D.A., the versatility. That is pretty special. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
But let's see how they play the clock.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams with a clean look. No good on the 3. Minnesota leading by 3. Now DiVincenzo. Back to Alexander Walker. And here's Reed. He's defended by Hartenstein. Clock at 4. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Outside, Dort. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
To the left side wing. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 7 points in the game.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Minnesota making a switch here.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to McDaniels.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. They're trailing by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now here's DiVincenzo, and finished off by McDaniel.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Well, this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. Minnesota in the lead. Now here's DiVincenzo. And it's Miller in the corner. From deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now here's Williams. Still yet to score. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Knocked away. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Dillingham, no good. Outside, Dort with the drive. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves passing it around. Clark left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Here's DiVincenzo. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Chalk up 2 there.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. And Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. And they get it back. Outside for Randall. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. It's Dort on the wing. There's Williams with the 3. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Gobert gets the bucket.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Here's Conley. He's got 5. Right wing. Launches it. Hits the 3-point bomb. Conley's got 8 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you ask, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Now Hartenstein kicks it out to Mitchell. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks the triple. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Pass to Randall. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Thunder leading by 4. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Screen by Wiggins. Here's Mitchell. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Substitution for your Thunder.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass Pitch to McDaniels. The shot's good. McDaniels got his second basket.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Joe with it. He's looking for Williams and finds him. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And the Timberwolves making a change here. The Thunder have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
The Thunder with the lead. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Wallace outside. Screen by Hartenstein. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Edwards. Oh, and here comes Conley all alone. So they take the lead. Conley's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Timberwolves making a switch here.
Substitution on the floor.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Mitchell. Back to Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mr. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside Williams. To end the run. Picked him clean. And now the Timberwolves on the break. It's good. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Up top, Randall. And Randall throws it down.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
For 3, Mitchell. The Thunder with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And here is Wallace. Nothing on the board. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by Wallace.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Thunder trailing by 10. Holmgren in the corner. And Jones now atop the key. Back to Joe. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets it in there. And that's 19 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Reeves got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Here is Edwards. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Holmgren. Finished off the break. 6 points for Chet Holmgren.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Conley's shot is off.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Now, here's Holmgren. It's stolen by Randall. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. 16 feet away. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Fires the three. Joe, good. Joe's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Conley. Pick by Randall to the inside. It's in there. Conley with the assist. 16 points for Julius Randle.
And how about the touch there inside? That's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game. Timberwolves leading by 9. That's to Gobert. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Dort wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Number 5. Lou gets Dort. First person on the foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that will push the lead to double digits.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Randall. On the wing, Williams. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Out to the wing. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Holmgren at the elbow. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Hartenstein. Julius Randle with the rebound. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game play. Rebound by Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Here's Gobert. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And think about the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up.